Hey everybody, and this is the next part in the video series investigating Payne Road. We're traveling down 66 South right now, coming from King into Royal Hall. See, on the left was First Citizens, over to the right is the train yard, the Royal Hall Grill, and if you keep going straight right here, you'll come to the intersection of 65 and 66. So here we go. We're turning onto Payne Road, which, like I said, is now called Edwards Road. And you'll travel here. The train tracks run along the right side of the road for a good distance down here. Now, this is the original part of the road, which was paved and has been paved for several years. As you're heading down here, you'll see buildings to your left and your right, rundown shack, cottage, barn type buildings. And somewhere along here to the left, there's a couple houses here to the left where the legend of the old man sitting on the front porch shooting at the teenagers, the bothersome teenagers coming down Payne Road lies. But I don't know exactly which house it is, but it is somewhere along here. And right here is the cemetery to the right. You can see it straight ahead there, and that road that goes to that locked gate area. There's the cemetery with the curve here. And we'll go down here. Now, the next spot that you will encounter coming down this road are going to be the house that was burnt down and the smaller house that was, the floor was coming out. So there, you're going under these power lines right here. And you'll come down. This road is a lot longer than a lot of people realize. So some of this stuff is kind of spread out. Now, you'll take this curve to the left, and this curve will come back to the right. And as soon as you make this curve to the right, the house that was burnt down will be to your right, and the other house will be on the left. And as you can see, there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of overgrowth, so you might miss it if you're not paying attention. Over there is the burnt down house. You can see it right there. Okay, and then over to the left is the other house right there that we actually went in, that you can see. And then, of course, there's houses here to the left, houses here to the right as you travel down here. Some are newer, some are older, some have been here for a while. Most of these do not have anything to do with the legends, the stories, or the rumors. Now, there is a good bit of distance between those two houses and the next part that anybody that's coming down here to look for history, ghosts, whatever. Pretty long, pretty curvy. Dotted throughout these woods and off to the side, you will see rundown tobacco barns, cattle barns, chicken coops, buildings like that. There's one to the right there. Throughout this entire ride, there's horses over there to the right. There's still a lot of farmland being used here. And it is very hilly, very curvy. There's a good view of the mountains coming up here to the left. Yeah, there's the newer house, and if you look to the left, pretty good view of the Eastern Appalachian. See, there's another older barn, tobacco storage building there. Now, we're getting down towards a lot of the curves. Now, remember, this used to be unpaved, gravel, dirt road. So, of course, with all the woods and at night, and not a lot of traffic, you can definitely expect that there's a lot of creepy and kooky type feelings as you're coming down here. Now, coming through these curves, we're coming up on the area in the previous part where I had mentioned about the Payne house, which was actually the Edwards house, which is the quote-unquote main attraction here. And if you come down here, in these woods to the left, and directly in front of you is where the house supposedly sat. Now, as you can see, this is pretty lengthy. And right about, I believe it's right here, if you were to keep going and not take this curve, but to go straight into those woods, that is the area where the house supposedly sits. Continuing to the left, where those woods are, the Payne house / Edwards house is somewhere in those woods. You can look on the guided tour video. There's a building to the left in that area is where the original house is. Now, as we take this curve right here, this is where the bridge is at. Yep, you see the DOT yellow and black hashed areas. That's the bridge. There's the creek, the culverts. So you know the main part of where most of this legend type stuff is. And if you feel like going through those woods and checking it out, like I said, I went several times, couldn't find it. As you can see, it's definitely a large area. It's heavily wooded. All that's remaining is pretty much a foundation and maybe some boards and brick. Now, we've passed the majority of the ghostly, spooky, legend type areas, but we're going to go down here to show you this ending intersection to let you know where Edwards Road ends and the newly named Payne Road starts. As you can see, it's definitely lengthy. And if you come out here at night, you can say, oh, well, you know, there's definitely some spooky stuff out here. There's the warning of the stop sign coming up. And here is the T intersection where the old Payne Road, the now named Edwards Road, ends. And you have the end of the Payne Road series.